I wanted to make this video because I wanted to be authentic and real and make you feel understood so you know that someone else is also struggling with this and that it's totally okay when I say that you are mad at God and that's okay. And it really is because God understands you and He doesn't expect you to be fake with Him, you know, to fake your emotions, to fake your real state, and He actually wants you to be authentic. And He really desires that for you because it's good for you to be authentic with Him. Why, why talk to God and why follow Him if you can't be real with Him? Why have that connection if you can't say what you really mean? And I'm going to say this, I might cry, but I've had like 2 days ago, I've had the most disgusting, deep, and mental breakdown that I've ever had in my life. And it was just so deep and so much, it was just so bubble the pain that I was like having for 3 years because I'm having a lot of mental health issues, and for 3 years I have just there's so much pressure and so much pain, and it all bubbled up. And I said, God, I can't do this anymore. Like, I don't want to follow you anymore if you're like this, if you don't help me, if you're just sitting there and doing nothing. And I've just said to him, you're stupid. I've said to God, I shouldn't have said that, but I was real with him. I've said to him, you're stupid. That's what I said to God. And I'm not proud of that. I'm just saying that I said that and it came out of my mouth, and I was real with him because I was so angry. I was so angry and I just couldn't bear it anymore. When you're just hit the rock bottom and you just can't anymore. You know that feeling? When you are in so much pain, so much pressure, when you can't even sleep normally and you just all over the place and you just want rest and you're not getting any rest. And out of that state, I said to God, you're stupid. I'm angry at you. You're getting on my nerves. And I was in this state for, actually my mental breakdown was a few days ago, and I was in a state for a few days. And I've had always ups and downs with God for the past 3 years, when I was, getting in my journey as a Christian. And, I might cry. Sorry. Um, and it's just so much, when you're a human being, you have just so much pain, you have so much pressure that you have to do, all those things you have to do, and then also that way that you know, have to be a good Christian and all that other stuff. And it's okay to be mad at God because our minds have a barrier of understanding, and our minds are just so crushed and confused that we can't blame anyone else but God because we think that if He's good, that He should do something. And sometimes, and I still am in that state, but today, you know what? Today, I am in this state for a few days, but today I felt love, God's love, I felt His love, and it's like Him calling me back to Him, It's like, sorry, um, it's like Him calling me back to Him, that I don't need to be perfect, that I don't need to have all this pressure that it's going to get better and that He isn't the one that's causing me pain. And it's just so hard to think about that because we always think that God should do something, that God should fix it. But sometimes, that pain is for a purpose, and sometimes we have also unnecessary pain because we do that to ourselves, and we have to acknowledge that and be real with ourselves that it's not God that it is doing us, pain and suffering. It's ourselves or someone else. And or a mental health problem, as in my case. And he's just calling me back to him because I felt even, well, my problem is something else, but I'm gonna talk about that in another video. And what else can you do than be angry at God? Because when you have so much pain, that pain blinds you, and you just, I know this video is all over the place, but I wanted to be real and authentic and don't have a script. And he's calling me back to him. Today, he was really calling me back to him. And for myself, personally, I needed to feel like I could leave him, like have a distance with him, and just, have a distance with God for a while. And that was those few days. And actually, yeah. And I never felt that before. And it's just that freedom that you can have, and that he loves you so much that he doesn't pressure you to be always right with him, and always be happy with him, and always thank him for all those things, and be happy Christian. No. He meets you in your authenticity. And that really, that really hit me. And that I don't need to fake it. That I don't need to. If I'm going to be for 2 years angry, sad, then I'm going to be sad and angry. And it's going to get better with time, but I need to accept where I am right now. And God is going to help me with that. That he won't abandon me. And in those times, I know how it feels, like he abandoned you. Like he isn't there. Like he's not good. I know how it feels. I know. Okay? And he won't. Answers. I'm going to say this to you because I needed that so much. It just hit me so much, and it really, when something really teaches you, when you have that moment or those moments where you just learn something, and that is that answers won't heal, only love can, and only love from Jesus himself can. Like only that can heal you. Only that can truly satisfy you. Only that can truly heal your anger, heal your unforgiveness, heal your pain, heal your trauma, everything. And if you might think, well, if you had this answer, I'm like that, okay? I'm a perfectionist. I am a person that wants to know all these answers, that wants to understand everything. We don't need to understand everything. We just need to, just be with him. Just be with Jesus. And if you need to take a time out, just take a time out. Okay? Like, if you're in the state of anger and if you don't want to read the Bible, that's okay. If you don't want to pray, if you're angry, that's okay. If you don't want to talk to God, that's okay. And sorry about that. That's my dog. Yeah. That's that. And it's okay to be angry. But don't let that anger, don't let it just, don't this is going to help you. Like, don't let your anger consume you. Don't let your anger, let you consume you so that you become bitter. Because I know how it feels to be bitter, and I'm still bitter. I'm a little less bitter than yesterday, but that's okay. I'm still bitter, and I have been touched today by God's love, and I am on the verge of tears. And yeah, that's just, God is so mysterious. God, we can't understand him, but we can trust him, and we can take a time out if we need the time out, because he even understands us. That we can take time out of and not read our Bible, not talk to him because we're angry. But I'm saying this to you as an end message, that don't be angry at him, okay? Try not to be angry, but it's okay to be angry. I know that's paradoxical. Maybe you know what I mean? Like, Like, try not to be angry with him, because he try not to that your anger consumes you, but let him heal you when you're ready to come to him.